the times. And it's what a lot of people use, myself included, in life in general. And that is looking at your situation, looking, in our case, the pre-PT application, whether you're just starting your application and you're applying years from now, or you're applying like now and you got to get your stuff in. Doesn't matter. How you might be viewing your application and your situation is on a very small, narrow, microscopic time frame.
Yeah, it's one heart, one shot, now the future is yours. Go! I'm turning dreams into reality. In the lab with the...
What is going on, pre-PTs? What is going on? Welcome back to another live stream video, to another mic drop mentorship, to another podcast, to another YouTube video, wherever you're watching this. Welcome. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Welcome back. If you don't know us, I'm Casey Coleman. I'm a physical therapist, one of the co-founders of Pre-PT Grind. And basically here we help you get into PT school without wasting a bunch of time, money, stress, anxiety, all that stuff that you guys go through. We want to make that as easy as possible for you guys to do, because we know you got lives and stuff outside of just applying to PT school. And if we can make that smooth and simple for you guys, it'll make your life so much easier, so much easier. So as you guys come on, drop a comment below, say hi, say what's up, and we'll get in and out of this video. If you guys have any questions throughout the video, just let me know. Comment below. If you're watching this on replay, you can comment below as well, or send us a DM and we'll get to your questions as well. So what I want to talk about real quick on this video is how you guys may be viewing your situations in, a pre-PT bubble, right? I want to talk about that because sometimes we might view our situations with two different sets of time frames. So one time frame, you might view your situation one way and get discouraged. Another time frame, you might be like, oh, it's not so bad. But with one of these time frames is what a lot of pre-PTs use a lot of the times. And it's what a lot of people use, myself included, in life in general. And that is looking at your situation, looking, in our case, the pre-PT application, whether you're just starting your application and you're applying years from now, or you're applying like now and you got to get your stuff in. Doesn't matter. How you might be viewing your application and your situation is on a very small, narrow, microscopic time frame. And it might be that way just because of where you are in the application or what you see other people talking about or whatever it is. And sometimes it might feel like you're getting nowhere, like absolutely nowhere. And you're like, dang, I'm never gonna get into PT school. Dang, this sucks. Dang, I'm not making any progress. And that might be because you're looking at your situation in a minute kind of time frame, in a day time frame, or maybe even a week's time frame. And you're saying, man, throughout this day, throughout this last hour, I absolutely sucked. And it's like my life is going downhill. Right? It's not making any improvements. Then, if you zoom out a little bit, maybe you had a bad week and you're like, man, this week sucked. I took practice tests, I sucked. I took a quiz, I got a 5 out of 10, and all I'm doing is going down and down. Then you zoom out a little bit more and you might throw 2 weeks in there and be like, well, I went up a little bit, but overall I'm still down. And you get this overwhelming anxiety type of feeling like, it's never gonna happen. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm stressed. I'm anxious. I'm never gonna get in because I'm not making the progress I need to make. However, if you change your perspective to a different time frame, like a longer time frame, and go with months or semesters, if you have a quarter system by quarters, if you have a longer time frame where you can use to apply, like say you're applying a year or two from now, and you want to zoom out and go by years, if you look at that time frame and say, oh, over the last month, yeah, I had some bad days, some bad hours, some bad weeks, but over the last month, man, I got 3 A's and only 1 C on whatever assignments or tests. Over the last quarter, overall, I got a 91 in the class. Yeah, on that 3rd week, I got 2 C's and I almost failed a test. But hey, overall in this quarter or this semester, shoot, I got a 91 in the class. I guess my life isn't that bad. I guess my application isn't that bad. Zoom out to years if you have that time on your side. Or 6 months if you have that time on your side and say, man, I actually am doing something. I finished my 6 prerequisite classes or 4 prerequisite classes I had to take. Now, because of that and the grades I got in those classes, now I'm at a 3.3 instead of a 3.07 that I was 6 months ago or a year ago. Oh, I am actually doing something. I'm doing something. I'm a pre-PT that can get accepted. However, that usually doesn't happen because we're not looking at our application in that time frame. We're looking at our application in the other one, the microscopic, the small one, saying, man, this hour of studying was not on point. This day of the quiz that I just took was not on point. The test that I took a week ago, man, it's not what I wanted. And because of that, my application is going down the drain. And if you look at that time frame, sometimes it might look like you're just going up and down and up and down and not going anywhere. But if you zoom out a little bit, you might see that over time, your progress is going up. So that's really it. That's what I want you guys to think of and keep in mind. If you're like, oh, last week or last 2 weeks, whatever it was not on point. I'm never going to do what I need to do. If you think of it like that, you might get discouraged and not make any progress in anything. But if you zoom out and kind of have a lens of gratitude, because when you zoom out, that's what usually happens, because you see more things than if you're just looking down one narrow path. You might look over at the wider time frame and say, oh, I actually did do a lot of things. And I'm grateful for those days that I didn't get the test score I wanted. Or I'm grateful for the days that I didn't do that well on whatever, because it made me stronger and it made me make this linear progression or exponential progression to where I want to go. So on this time frame, not so good. But on the other one, now I have a different sense of gratitude, and that will give me more. That'll give me more fire to progress where I need to go. So I just want you guys to keep that in mind, because it happens to everyone in life, whether it's you're trying to make a lot of money or start a business or apply to whatever school, that happens. But I think if you look at a different time frame and zoom out a little bit, you'll have a different sense of gratitude for where you are versus where you came from. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. If you guys have questions after the video, drop them below. We'll get to them. And I hope you enjoyed this. Hope this helped at least 2 people. At least 2 people to change their mind frame around their pre-PT application. And they can use this for whatever they need to do in their application. Tell a friend, tag a friend, and we'll see you on the next video. And if you guys want to follow me over to Instagram, I'm going to be doing this on there as well. So we'll see you later. Take care.